start with developing news in the killer clown case in Florida. In a surprise move today, the woman accused of killing her lover's wife more than 30 years ago has pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. The plea comes just weeks before her trial was scheduled to start. Today, the victim, Marlene Warren's son, reacted to the plea agreement.
The only thing I want to say is all through this trial, I didn't see any remorse. And that's all I have to say.
Has Mr. Scott reviewed with you the plea, and are you in agreement with the terms?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Thank you, sir. If you have anything else that you want to say, this is your opportunity if you'd like, sir.
God be with her.
All right, Sheila Keen-Warren was facing first-degree murder in the 1990 death of Marlene Warren. And in exchange for the guilty plea, Sheila will be sentenced to 12 years in prison. She'll also receive more than 5 years credit for time already served in jail. Palm Beach County Sheriff's officials say Sheila dressed up as a clown, went to Marlene's home with balloons and flowers, and then shot her when she opened the door. They laid out part of their case during today's hearing.
The state would present evidence and witnesses, civilian witnesses from inside of the home who would testify before this court that they observed a clown come to the front door, hand Miss Marlene Warren balloons and flowers before shooting her in the face. That caused her death. They would testify that they then saw the clown drive away in what they would describe as a white Chrysler LeBaron.
Now, Sheila eventually married Marlene's husband, Michael, in 2002, and then moved to Tennessee. All right, joining us now is Sheila Keen-Warren's attorney, Greg Rosenfeld. Greg, thank you so much for taking out the time to be with us tonight. Truly appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right, first and foremost, I've got to ask you, we've been covering this case for quite a while. And there were a lot of holes in this case. It's a cold case, it's an old case, 33 years old, I believe. A lot of things working in favor of the defense, but it's, again, we understand you never know what a jury's going to do, but why a deal at this point?
Well, I think you just said it. Ms. Keen-Warren was looking at 25 years to life. We were ready for trial. We were, excited for trial. She was ready for her day in court. But ultimately, the state came at us, a few weeks before trial with a deal she just couldn't turn down. Ms. Keen-Warren will be home in approximately 16 to 18 months. And again, you never know what's going to happen in trial.
At the end of the day, when you talk about her being home in 16 to 18 months, she's actually been in jail since 2017. There have been a couple of hearings that we've covered trying to get her out of jail under the circumstances. Did not work out in her favor. But I think it's interesting. I want you to explain to viewers why it was such, or it seems like such a good deal for her. Earlier on, we had the prosecutor, Dave Ehrenberg, on our show, and he explained that actually, the case is under the auspices of the law back then when the crime happened, when parole was available in Florida, and the punishment for second-degree murder was 12 to 17 years.
Well, Mr. Ehrenberg is not being, how would I put it, and I did watch that, legally or factually correct with his analysis. Ms. Keen-Warren was not charged with second-degree murder. She was charged with first-degree murder. This was a death penalty case. The state of Florida, Dave Ehrenberg, wanted to execute our client. And death was not taken off the table for approximately 18 months. So this went from a death penalty case where the state of Florida wanted to execute our client to where we are now, to where our client's going to be home in 16 to 18 months. So Mr. Ehrenberg gives the guideline range for second-degree murder, which is the lesser that our client, Ms. Keen-Warren, pled to, but that's not what she was facing at trial. She was facing 25 years to life. So, I guess we can call it damage control by the state attorney's office, but, if we're going to be legally and factually correct here, that's not what she was looking at, what Mr. Ehrenberg said.
All right, fair enough. And here's the other question I had for you, and you touched on it a second ago. I was going to ask if this type of deal or deals were on the table throughout as we got closer to trial. This thing has been, postponed so many times. Were there other deals on the table? Did this particular deal just recently come up?
Well, it's interesting you bring that up, and I just kind of touched on it. It was a death penalty case. Then, from there, the offer was, essentially life. And, the state has not given us an offer. And now we're, roughly, let's say 19 days before trial. And I'd say last week, I believe, negotiations started. The state came at us with some potential offers, and we started speaking with our client. We were surprised that the state wanted to resolve the case. We did not expect any sort of reasonable offer based on how everything's transpired thus far. But we hit a point where, our client really had to weigh her options. I mean, she had to either, go to trial and risk, 25 to life. And like you said, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
I've won cases I've had no business winning.
Right.
And I've lost cases I feel like I should have won. That's the nature of being a defense attorney.
Yeah, no question about it.
When
Quickly,
you're gambling with your life and you have the opportunity of going home guaranteed in 16 to 18 months, it's really a no-brainer.
No, it was a fantastic deal. There's no other way to look at it. Quickly, I'm running out of time here. Throughout, Sheila Keen-Warren has proclaimed her innocence. When you went to her with this deal, now, and this part that Dave Ehrenberg said, she's now a convicted murderer. So tell me how she reacted when you came to her with this deal, what that conversation was like, as best you can.
The state wanted their conviction, right? I mean, the state cares about conviction rates. And, Dave Ehrenberg got his conviction. The state, can gloat on that all they want. But the reality is everybody knows Sheila Keen-Warren did not commit this crime. It was very difficult for her to plead guilty to a crime she didn't commit. But, at the end of the day, again, when you're looking at life in prison and you're looking at getting out in, 16 to 18 months, it's the smart move.
No question about it. And Greg Rosenfeld. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
The last thing I'll say, and I know we're a little short for time, but just two quick things. The state's not coming at us with an offer for her to be out in 16 to 18 months if they're convinced of her guilt or convinced they can secure a conviction. And second, I just want to take this opportunity to, thank the defense team, Amy Morse, Jesse Isom, for, Richard Lubin, for the incredible work from day one they've done on this case. It's really been a team effort, and, I applaud them for, the work they've done for our client.
All right, good stuff. You always got a team. There's always a team in the background. We tell that to our viewers all the time. Greg Rosenfeld, absolutely. I congratulated Dave Ehrenberg. I will congratulate you now on this deal. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Truly appreciate it.
Thank you.